Welcome back, students. This is the session 2 from the chapter of current electricity, and the topic for the today's session is Ohm's law. So here I have written on this board four bullet points which will briefly describe this Ohm's law. The first point here is that the current which is flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends if the physical conditions such as the temperature, mechanical strain, etc. are constant. And so if the physical conditions are constant, that is the temperature and these mechanical strain, etc., they are not varying, then the current which is flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the ends of the conductor. So V is directly proportional to I. So here I will be removing this proportionality sign, so it becomes V is equal to IR, where R is a constant, which I have written it here. I have already written this equation here, and so here R is a constant which is called the resistance of that conductor or material. So so from here we can also say that R is equal to V upon I. Now the second point here is that this R, which is a constant and which is called the resistance of the conductor, it varies on the means it depends on the nature of the material of the conductor and the dimensions, that is the length and the cross sectional area. So the resistance of any conductor is dependent on the nature of the material of the conductor and also the dimensions of that conductor will affect the resistance of that conductor, that is the length and the cross section area. So third point is the substance which obey the Ohm's law are called the ohmic resistors, and mostly all the metals they follow the Ohm's law, whereas there are many substances which do not follow the Ohm's law and they are called the non-ohmic resistors. And few examples are the diodes, gases, these electrolytes, and so on. So there are many substances which do not obey the Ohm's law, so they are called the non-ohmic resistors, and the substances which obey the Ohm's law, they are called the ohmic resistors. So almost all the metals they follow the Ohm's law. Now Now, there are certain, as I just told you, that there are certain substances which do not follow the Ohm's law, and they are called the non-ohmic resistors. And basically, you can say that this is one of the limitations of the Ohm's law. So I will be just drawing here two figures. So this is the VI diagram of the ohmic resistors. Now, in this case, this dotted line is the it represents the Ohm's law, and I'm also drawing here one thick line like this. So this is basically the VI diagram, or you can say the VI characteristic of a good conductor. This thick line represents the VI characteristic. You can say the VI characteristic. of a good conductor. And this dotted line, it gives you the or you can, it depicts the Ohm's law. That is, here this dotted line is showing that V is directly proportional to I. Now this thick line is the VI characteristic of a good conductor. Here it is almost following this dotted line. Okay, so if this any this VI characteristic diagram in which this thick line is very close to this dotted line, then we can say that that conductor is a very good conductor. So now there is one more figure here. I will be drawing here one more figure here. So this is basically you can say the VI characteristic of a. I'm just trying to draw a figure of a diode. So it will be something like this. Okay. Now here the voltage is this is the VI characteristic curve of a diode. So here you can see that this V is not proportional to I. That is, V is not proportional to I. So these type of proportional to I. Now these type of materials are basically used in the electronic circuits. So so this is all I have for this session. So in this session, I just wanted to describe the Ohm's law. So Ohm's law, in the Ohm's law, we have just studied that if the physical conditions are constant, then the current which is flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends. Then this V is directly proportional to I as per the Ohm's law. So V is equal to IR, where R is a constant which is called the resistance of that conductor, and R depends on the nature of the material and the dimension of the conductor. Substances which obey the Ohm's law called ohmic resistors. These substances which do not obey the Ohm's law, they are called the non-ohmic resistors, and some examples I have written it here. That is like the diodes, gases, and the electrolytes. Almost all the metals, they obey the Ohm's law. And here I have drawn one VI this characteristic curve for a conductor. Here this is this thick line is the VI characteristic curve of a conductor. So if this line is very close to this dotted line is basically giving you or showing that V is directly proportional to I, and it is a straight line. So if the VI characteristic of any conductor is very close to this line, then we say that it is a very good conductor. Now, in the case of the non-ohmic resistors, the V is not proportional to I, and I have drawn here one VI characteristic curve of a diode. So here you can easily see that V is not proportional to I, and these type of materials, that is non-ohmic resistors, they are basically used in the electronic industry, or in the you can say in the electronic circuits. So thank you very much for joining this session. In the next session, I will be discussing about the resistivity of a conductor. Now, resistivity basically it only depends on the nature of the material of the conductor. It doesn't depend on the dimension. So in the next session, I will be deriving the equation for the resistivity of a conductor. So thank you very much. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.